Bienvenidos a Violentas Macabro Podcast. Yo soy Dee.
Yo soy Ali.
Y hoy Ali les contará de un caso que sucedió en Rich Manor, Florida.
The National Violent Death Reporting System collected data from 2003 to 2016 and reported 2,188 homicides involving victims between the ages of 11 and 18. In approximately 7% of those cases, about 150 victims, the perpetrator was a victim's current or past boyfriend. A 2021 survey by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found that 1 in 12 high school students experience physical dating violence, and 1 in 10 experience sexual dating violence. This is unacceptable. Our children deserve to grow up in safe, loving relationships and to live long, fulfilling lives. No one should ever be harmed or have their life taken from them. This is the tragic story of Abbriella Faye Elliott. Advertencia: la información de este caso puede ser desencadenante para algunos. Tenga en cuenta que algunos de estos casos pueden involucrar menores de edad, abuso, violación o violencia. Escuchen con precaución.
Warning: the information on this case can be triggering to some. Please be advised that some of these cases may involve children, abuse, rape, and violence. Listen with caution.
In Florida, to charge somebody with first-degree murder, which is a capital case, you have to go to a grand jury. And in this case, Sonny McCatherine and Blake Shore, both prosecutors with my office, presented this case to the grand jury today. And the grand jury returned an indictment for Cameron Kubel for first-degree premeditated murder.
En la mañana del 27 de marzo del 2025, aproximadamente a las 9:37 a.m., a hiker en un trail cerca de Cypress Lake Preserve hizo un descubrimiento aterrador. Encontró el cuerpo de una mujer joven, ubicado entre 50 y 100 pies dentro del área boscosa. De inmediato las autoridades acudieron al lugar y luego de una investigación preliminar se determinó que se trataba de un homicidio. El sheriff Al Ninehouse describió el asesinato como un crimen pasional, citando la gravedad de las heridas y la brutalidad involucrada. He stated, quote, "It was nothing short of violence," emphasizing the rage and intensity behind the attack. Investigators believe that this wasn't a random act. El tipo de heridas dejó claro que la persona responsable probablemente conocía a la víctima y actuó con mucha ira. It was very violent, very brutal. Mientras investigaban, una persona que iba caminando por el trail se acercó y sugirió que la víctima a lo mejor era Abbriella Elliott. It is unclear how this individual made the connection, as Abbriella had not been officially reported missing. But perhaps, they were a family friend or had heard that Abbriella was unaccounted for that morning. But unfortunately, they were right. Se confirmó que el cuerpo era de Abbriella Elliott, una joven de 16 años. Los investigadores informaron que las heridas correspondían a una arma blanca. They described it as an edged weapon. La policía actuó rápidamente en la investigación. Realizaron entrevistas, revisaron la actividad en las redes sociales y emitieron órdenes de allanamiento y preservación para asegurar pruebas cruciales. They were working fast. Poco más de 24 horas después de descubrir el cuerpo de Abbriella, los investigadores habían completado 2 docenas de entrevistas formales. So they were working fast. Y habían hablado informalmente con alrededor de otra docena de personas, muchas de las cuales fueron contactadas a través de door-to-door canvassing, so they were just knocking on doors, con la esperanza de identificar, to get testigos o obtener algún tipo de pista.
Okay.
Authorities were racing against the clock. They were very determined to find the person responsible as quickly as possible. Durante una entrevista salió a la luz nueva información que contradecía una declaración anterior de una persona que ya había sido interrogada. Esta información levantó sospechas inmediatas. No se ha dicho qué dijo esta persona, pero por lo que ellos reportaron, their suspicion went to a particular person, and this person was 16-year-old Cameron Cubo. Este muchacho ya había sido interrogado antes.
Okay.
And with what information that Cameron gave the police, there was no suspicions towards him at that time in the beginning. But then with whatever this other person said, investigators were like, Cameron lied to us.
Yeah.
Cameron had said that he wasn't near where we found the body that night. He said that no dijeron dónde estaba él, but he said he was nowhere near the crime site. But with what that person said, they were like, he lied to us. He was there.
Yeah. Okay.
Entonces, fueron a entrevistarlo otra vez. Y después de varias horas de interrogatorio, Cameron fue arrestado. Another 16-year-old.
Wow.
These kids are 16.
Yeah.
Inicialmente, las autoridades ocultaron el nombre de Cameron.
Yeah.
Porque es un menor.
Yeah.
Pero una vez que los detalles empezaron a salir, la familia de Abbriella lo reconoció. Cameron y Abbriella habían estado en una relación que terminó aproximadamente entre 6 y 8 meses antes de su muerte.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they had been boyfriend and girlfriend. But they had separated.
Yeah.
Un miembro de la familia compartió en una entrevista que el motivo detrás de este horrible acto parecían ser los celos.
Oh, my God.
De acuerdo al reporte de este familiar, Abbriella había sido apuñalada más de 30 veces.
Oh, wow.
Cameron ya había sido acusado antes. Last year, in 2024, él había sido acusado de agresión.
Okay.
Y they didn't say by who. He just had this, he had just been accused of this. Y varios de sus compañeros de clase lo describieron como un joven con un temperamento violento.
Okay, so he had some sort of history behind him having
His
these
aggression.
behavioral issues and aggression. Okay.
Yeah, anger issues, yeah.
Yeah.
Algunos notaron que él andaba con varias jóvenes y las trataba como que si fueran de su propiedad.
Oh.
Yeah. El fiscal estatal Bill Gladson reveló que habían mensajes de textos intercambiados entre Cameron y Abbriella que apuntaban a una relación profundamente, extremely dysfunctional and unhealthy.
Oh, wow.
El sheriff Ninehouse anunció que Cameron sería acusado. He was going to be tried as an adult.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because of the severeness?
The severity of
of what happened and the fact that he was already accused of being violent towards whoever it was, whether it was a partner or somebody.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the severity of the crime. Y enfrenta un cargo de asesinato en primer grado. Si es declarado culpable, podría enfrentarse a cadena perpetua.
God.
He messed up his own life.
Yeah.
And he took the life of another person who did not deserve this.
Truly. I mean, for the amount of aggression that was towards the body, and then completely lied about it and everything, it just shows that he truly didn't want to face the accountabilities that he already did. And the fact that like people were like saying like, yeah, like most of his partners were like of his possession. It wasn't like, oh, this is my girlfriend. It was like, no,
he wanted to own them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Y no se ha dicho qué pasó esa noche, si él le mandó, me imagino que él le mandó un mensaje a ella.
Yeah, like to meet
we
up
don't
or
know
something.
like the context like of those messages, if he just, hey, podemos hablar, or, I have something I want to show you. And we've covered so many cases where that happens, right? The ex-boyfriends are like, hey, can we talk, like, or I need to return this for you, or
can we meet up? Yeah,
anything just to get them alone,
get them outside of their home alone, at like to just quote unquote talk, when in reality there's like worse intentions behind it. And I think it's one of those things that's like, we don't even have to know what those messages had. We didn't have to know what was going on behind the scenes or within the relationship. We just know that the fact that this was bound to happen, because it just, they're like, this person, that's what they want. If they can't have you, they're gonna do something to you in order to show, that they own you in a way. So it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's completely horrible.
He planned it. It was premeditated.
Yeah, and the fact that he lied to the police in the beginning to like get off the hook, just shows that like all of this was planned. All of this had like, everything had to fall in line in order for him not to face the consequences.
Right. And a good liar.
Yeah. And it goes to show that he's a good liar even to his partners, even to, Abbriella, like, to lie to her, to convince her to go to this, isolated area to do, whatever, and prove opposite,
And so it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And this is and this is why it was, I don't know if it was a sheriff or if it was, I think era el fiscal, who said that it's so important to teach these young adults about unhealthy relationships and what a healthy relationship should look like, and how to identify a red flag, right? The do's and don'ts, right? And this is not to blame Abbriella. This is not to blame her parents, right? But it's having these conversations with our kids.
Yeah.
And I bet these parents did have these conversations with her.
But they're probably like, no, he's different, or
it's not gonna happen to me.
Changed. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
it's
definitely.
Not her fault.
But I think most importantly, it's identifying them, like assuring them that these are the things that happen to people. I feel like a lot of the cases, it's like, we talk about domestic violence when it comes to adults,
right,
or like people that have children, or like those type of situations. But I think we don't take teenagers and young adults in the dating area and how they can face domestic violence as well. And it's sad because they're so vulnerable, because sometimes the first people that they date, the first people that they meet, the first people that they establish these romantic feelings towards, that becomes a pattern of the people that they date in the future sometimes, and things like this can get worse and can escalate. So it's horrible, and I feel like
it is.
Most of the time, parents blame themselves for not talking to their children, or not seeing the signs. But at the same time, it's like sometimes you don't need to see the signs to just open up that door of the conversation and tell your child, like, okay, I know that your relationship with X, Y, and Z is really great, but I just want you to know that if these signs come up, I'm here for you, and like there's help for you. And if you know any friends of yours that are going through that same situation, like, tell them, find somebody of comfort, because sometimes it's not even your child. It could also be your child's friend
Right.
that might need that outlet, might need that help. And I feel like if you open that door up, you are still helping one of these young adults and navigating, the domestic violence like situation the best way that you can.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's so sad, and it sounds like Abbriella, got tired of Cameron and the relationship, and that's why they broke up, right?
Yeah.
She found a way to let go,
Yeah,
but he found a way to
reel her back.
yeah. And that's the sad part. We don't know qué le dijo él. Maybe he was like, hey, I'm feeling really sad, or I need someone to talk to. And her, because she had a good heart, she was like, sure, this was someone she knew.
Yeah.
And maybe
I'm sure
someone
she
who at
cared
one point
about-
trusted. Exactly.
Yeah, she cared about him, and we don't blame her, because sometimes,
No.
even if it's like people that you dated and it's over with, you feel like, oh, well, I still care about that person.
Right.
So, I mean, we don't have like concrete evidence on what happened or what was said. I feel like mostly they're not revealing much because of the trial and
Probably,
trying to,
yeah.
settle
Yeah.
like a proper like case.
Yeah.
But when they do, come up, I'm not gonna, I'm pretty sure that something like that happened where he lured her out of her home.
He knew what to say.
Yeah. If he already has these characteristics of a manipulator and like a liar technically, and
Right.
he knows his way and how to sweet talk to his victims and have them do what he wants them to do.
Abbriella's obituary described her as the following. Abbriella was a bright light in the lives of everyone who knew her. Abbriella's loss leaves an irreplaceable void in the hearts of her family, friends, and all who were fortunate enough to cross her path. She was known for her infectious smile, her kindness, and her boundless compassion. Abby's spirit shone brightly, and she had an extraordinary ability to make others feel loved and cherished. Her laughter and warmth filled every room, and she had an unwavering gift for lifting the spirits of everyone she met. Nuestros corazones están con la familia y los amigos de Abbriella. She was taken far too soon and in a violent, heartbreaking way that no one should ever have to endure. Ningún padre debería tener que enfrentar este tipo de dolor, and no child should ever be the victim of such cruelty. Este es el trágico asesinato de Abbriella Faye Elliott.
He will be transferred to adult court, yes, as an adult. We're charging him as an adult. He's going to be in adult court. It's an adult crime. When you're a juvenile and you commit an adult crime, you get charged as an adult.
Y este fue el caso esta semana. Again, our hearts go out to Abbriella and any victim that is going through these hard situations. Again, if we'll include domestic violence resources in the description of this episode. And if you want, more information on how to reach out to, domestic violence shelters and stuff, we have the information. If you want to reach out to us on our social media platforms, we have TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter, or X as it's known now, and Instagram, I think. Yeah. You can find us at SVSM_podcast or on Facebook as Sistema podcast. We also have a YouTube channel where we post the video portions of these episodes. You just type Sistema podcast or at SVSM_podcast and our YouTube should pop up. You can leave us a comment there and we will get to it as quickly as we can. You can also stream the rest of our 142 episodes on on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you stream podcasts. Just type in Sistema podcast and our catalog should pop up on those platforms. And everything else will just be linked in our bio. Like, you can just tap that, and you can find everything there. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, you covered it all.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Especially within the last case that we covered, it got a lot of people reaching out and listening and saying how much they had seen the case before and wondering for updates on that case. And also the family reached out on the comment section of that episode. So it was really, really, really kind of them. So we really just appreciate them for that and for reaching out. But yeah, if you want to talk about it again, our social media platforms are open. If you want to talk about that case or any of the upcoming cases, just follow us, and we love interacting with you guys. So that would be really great for us to talk to you guys about these cases or any other cases you would like for us to cover. But yeah, let's see, that's about it. We're starting off May.
Yeah.
It's officially May, so summer is literally around the corner. Which I hate. But yeah, so happy May 1st, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, anything
Is
else?
it gonna be hot?
According to the weather, it's gonna be gloomy. It's gonna be rainy, so I'm very excited.
I just want it to last for a while.
know.
Though.
I want to ride this gloomy wave as much as I can. But yeah, in other news, I think that's about it. I don't feel like we have any updates.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing else. We shall see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and have a wonderful weekend, guys.
Yay.
Bye.
I always feel so awkward ending it. It's like,
I know, especially because we don't have any updates. So I'm just like, I don't know. I guess, yeah, that's it. Bye.
No tenemos chisme.
Yeah, we don't have chisme this week.
Sorry.
Well, maybe next week. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
If you guys have chisme, we would love to know.
Yes. If you guys have good chisme, let us know. We will,
keep it anonymous.
Not say the names of the person. If you have good chisme, and
yeah, for sure. But like
we'll
I said,
keep the names out.
We'll keep the names out. Keep it anonymous, just between us and the rest of the people that listen to this podcast. But yes, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you guys. And yeah, if you would like us to cover any specific case, let us know in our social media platforms, and we would love to cover any of the cases that you guys would suggest. So be part of our podcast. Let us know. We would really, like to have you guys join. So, and if you guys have like a story and you guys are willing to share and would like to be a guest in the podcast, we're also open to that. Yeah, we're open to that suggestion as well. We know that it's sometimes you guys want to talk or want to be a part of it, and we'll gladly do it. Just let us know. We'll settle something. We'll clear out a part in our schedule, and we'll record an episode with you guys. So just let us know if you guys are willing to join in on the conversation. Yeah. But now we know it's not easy. So if it's something that has happened to you or a family member, we know it's not easy to talk about it. But if it's something that you guys are willing to do or share or anything, we would love to have you guys on and talk with us. But yeah, until then, nos vemos la próxima semana. We'll see each other next week. Enjoy your weekend. Have a fun week. And we'll see you guys later. Bye. Stay spooky.